There we go. All right, guys, welcome to the Team Phoenix call. We appreciate you being here tonight. My name is Megan Eggleston. If you are new to the team or new to the team calls, we do these the first and third Tuesdays of the month. And sometimes it's me speaking, and sometimes we have a coach on the team speaking. And tonight we have a guest speaker. So I'm really excited about that. But if you are new to the team and you don't know who I am, my name is Megan Eggleston. I'm the founder of Team Phoenix. We started it almost 3 years ago, and that's a great big organization with lots of amazing coaches and amazing leaders with amazing content to share. So tonight, I'm going to hand it over to our guest speaker, but first I have a few housekeeping things to take care of. I want to keep it brief because I do value your the time that you spend on these calls. You guys know that I try to make this time extremely worth your time to make sure that you get some good quality content that will help you move your business forward. There is a chat window. I would love it. I'm sure Lisa would appreciate too if you want to ask questions there. So feel free to open that chat window and ask questions anytime. But we'll get started here in a second. I just want to do a few housekeeping items before I hand it over. Number one is we just launched a new program. Big product launches are always huge. They always help blow up our business, especially if we are prepared for them to do that. And so if you have not learned anything about 22-Minute Hardcore, I encourage you to go into the FAQ section and learn. I know my team page, I've put a little Cliffs Notes in the files section, so you can check it out there, because there I actually offer you some tips on how to maximize the product launch, a DVD launch, because you don't want to just all of a sudden now we have a new product. You kind of want to lead up to it. You want to share a little bit about it. You want to ideally use the program yourself. So out of the blue, not just posting about this new program. There are some ways to do this in an effective manner that's not natural. And one of those things is not just sharing lots of stock images. But you'll see some of those tips there also in the FAQs. And for those of you who might be interested in our team challenge, this is something that we do every time there's a new program. I love to lead the team through a challenge using the new program that's been launched. And that is for a few reasons. I love to have my coaches in challenge groups. I want to still help you with your fitness goals too. So this is a great way that I get to do that. Plus, we all get experience with the program. Some of us with programs we may not have tried otherwise. So it's really cool. Plus, I offer fun prizes and mini challenges to help keep you engaged, and fun challenges to maybe share on your own fitness, your own page. Encourages you to share more about the new program yourself. So I hope that you guys will all chime in to that group. I haven't posted the event yet, but I think I'm going to be able to get it out tonight or tomorrow. But we're looking at a March 28th start date. So I hope you guys can join that. The Hammer and Chisel group were awesome. The results that people got from our team with Hammer and Chisel were awesome. I mean, just amazing transformations with that program. And I have no doubt that this program will be very similar. It's an 8-week program. You can learn more about it, like I said, in the FAQs. We won't go into that now, because all of that is available to you to research. And that's kind of the other thing I want to talk about. Our team has grown so big past couple months. It's awesome. I'm really excited to see the growth and the excitement and the momentum in Team Phoenix. You guys are just on fire. You are excited. You are just sharing your heart and hustling. And it's such a joy to watch. And I am just so thankful for this environment and this community of people who just makes me want to be better. But with that, there's so many new people who are learning the systems. And I just encourage you to get plugged in if you are new into a training system. Reach out to your Diamond upline or your upline sponsor to get plugged in as soon as possible, and learn the foundations before you launch yourself. And but back to being a researcher, that's what I want to talk about with this big influx of new coaches. I want to encourage you to use the FAQs, use the new coach training group, use Google, use YouTube, use the file section of the team page to find answers before asking in the team page, because that team page is starting to get a lot of activity. And when you can find the answer somewhere first, it's best Plus, sometimes that question's already been answered in the team page. So you can use the search function in our team page. So if you don't know this, in groups, on the computer or on a phone, there's a little search field, and you can search any topic. So if you have a question about something, before just posting in the team page, use that function or FAQs or file section. But yes, the team page is an excellent resource, and fortunately we have a very collaborative and helpful and generous team that loves to support you and help you on your journey. So you are fully supported there. So I just want to make sure that you guys know the different ways that you can find the best answers. All right, one more thing. It's the first of the month, and that means we have new goals, right? We're setting our sights on the people that we want to help this month. We all, anybody who's growing a business knows that we want to obtain at least Success Club 5, helping our 3 people. So I hope that you guys all are really committing to your power hour this month. I know that there were lots of people pushing for Success Club in the last week of the month. And I just encourage you to really set that habit, that discipline, to be planting those seeds now and not be hustling for sales, because nobody wants to do that. We want to be helping people. We are here to provide solutions, not sell stuff. So if we are consistent in that habit of nurturing people from the beginning, month to month, then you're going to see no problem with reaching those 3 people before the end of the month, and you're not stressing about it. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking and hand it over to our guest speaker tonight. This is Lisa Bassett. She is a 1-star diamond coach and a Success Club All-Star. I'm really excited to have her share with you, because she is a coach who came into the business a little bit nervous. Well, who hasn't been nervous? I mean, like, not really sure how to take off as a coach. And she just decided one day that she was going to just do it. She didn't have upline support that was in a position to give her the training she needed to do that. And I love how she took ownership of her business and has developed this amazing community, this really strong team culture. That is something that I think is so incredibly important. I think that's part of our team success, is team culture. And she has this community that is so solid, and I think it's amazing that she's been able to create that, and she did it just on her own. She just made a decision to take ownership and to do this, and she's doing incredible things. And I thought she could share with you guys tonight how you can do that too, how you can kind of become the CEO you never thought you were, because God knows I never saw myself that way. That would never have been something I would have imagined that I could do, be a CEO of a business. But that's what you guys are. You are. And I think she's going to show you how to get into that mindset and how you can see that reality in your own business. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to let her take it over. And then I'll close it up, but then I'm going to shut off my camera in case I have a little visitor walk in. I don't want to distract you guys. So Lisa, thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us tonight. We really do appreciate that you're going to share with our team and take time away from your evening to teach us some stuff. So again, thank you, and take it away.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Can you guys hear me? I'm going to assume that unless you say you cannot hear me, that you can. But I do have the chat section. I'm looking at that, so I should be able to see if there's any problems. But thank you so much for that really sweet introduction, Megan. I feel the same way about you. Like many people, I'm just in awe of you, Megan, and I watch you closely, even though we are not technically on the same team. So it's an honor to be here. I'm excited. Hi, everybody. As Megan said, my name is Lisa. I go by Lisa Olive Bassett. My middle name is actually Ann, but I'm a retired roller derby athlete, and I run a roller derby inspired fitness program here I'm located in Southern Maine. The program's called Derby Light, and my roller derby name is Olive, was and is Olive. So a lot of people know me as Olive, so I go by Lisa Olive Bassett. It's also like, I don't know, one of my favorite names. So I got to give myself a nickname that has stuck and probably will for the rest of my life. So I'm a certified personal trainer. I'm a group fitness instructor. I've always been passionate about, fitness and wellness. I've been a coach for 1 year in February. And I learned about the coaching opportunity at PIO certification. And I really hadn't heard of it before. Of course, I had heard of the Beachbody programs, but I didn't know about the Beachbody coaching opportunity. And then I just decided to pursue it with absolutely, literally no idea. Believe it or not, it's hard for us to believe because we're so immersed in the coaching world. I hadn't seen any coaches on Facebook doing the coach thing. It just wasn't on my radar. I had no idea what it was. But I started sharing my love of PIO just organically because I was teaching it. And then people who were not located locally to me started purchasing the PIO DVDs to do at home. And that's when I was like, wait a minute, maybe I should be, maybe I should be looking into this coaching opportunity because I'm literally, aligning people with programs without even trying, just based on my passion. So that's why I decided to look into it. And then I made the leap completely blindly, not knowing what I was, really not even knowing what the opportunity was. So when I actually started coaching, I had never seen a challenge group. I didn't know what a challenge group really was. I had no training. I didn't put myself through Coach Basics for 6 months. Yeah. Okay. So I had no training. Let's just say that. I really didn't have any idea what I was doing. As Megan touched on, my upline sponsor was just not, in a position to, she just wasn't, this wasn't her gig. So it was just, kind of up to me to, figure this stuff out. So I really knew that my reach, I was already a fitness professional. I really knew that my reach was going to be, I was really inspired by the fact that it could be so much bigger and have more depth than my local classes with this opportunity. And I knew that I would enjoy coaching. I knew that for sure. So I leapt and I made the net appear. Over time, the scope of this opportunity became very clear to me, and I decided that I was going all in and that I wanted to leverage this as my full-time career. I still teach, but this coaching thing, this is my gig. So I'm going to talk about, I have 11 points that I think are helpful for creating that CEO mindset. So I'm going to get into it. Many of the most successful coaches in the network have had little to no mentorship in their upline. And luckily for you, because you're here, you have an amazing, dedicated support system. Whether your personal sponsor is Megan or someone else, in the network, you're here, and that just shows that you are a part of a fantastic, support system, which is yay, how lucky. But just to speak just quickly about Megan, you guys know, but Megan has been the most generous and humble and inspiring coach to me, even though I am not in her, downline per se. I personally have learned so much just watching Megan from afar. I don't know. I just think anybody who gets to be in Megan's stratosphere is just so incredibly lucky. But I highlight this point that many of the most successful coaches in the network have had little to no mentorship, because these coaches all have attributes that all coaches can benefit from cultivating. I think that it's easy for us to look at successful coaches, Megan included, and see their reach and see the response they get from their social media when they post. People actually respond to them, they actually have community, and we see that, and we see their success, and we think that they have something special that we don't have. We think they have some kind of special pixie dust that they're sprinkling all over their posts. That whatever they touch turns to gold, that for whatever reason, things just flow more easily, or they're better equipped, or they're just better at their job than us. Where they are and the community they enjoy can seem really far away and unreachable to us. So I know many of you probably follow top coaches, and you look at what they're doing, you're like, oh my goodness, that is so far away from where I am. And it's hard for me to even see myself being there. But in reality, Megan's been a coach for, I think, maybe 3 years, and started from humble beginnings. And it literally has just worked consistently every day to build value in people's lives. So, definition of CEO, Chief Executive Officer. The highest ranking person in a company or institution responsible for making managerial decisions. No matter who you are or where you are in your business, no matter if you just had the worst month of your coaching career, no matter if you've been a coach for 1, 2, 3 years or a week, and you are not where you want to be, you are the chief executive officer of your business. Hold your head high and exemplify the fact that you are a CEO. You have stepped up to be a coach. You have aspirations with your business. This no doubt required you to leave your comfort zone and to open your mind to the possibilities of this incredible opportunity. Something inside of you believes that you have what it takes to be successful, or you would not have signed up to be a coach. Whether that something is just a tiny spark, or you've cultivated it into a burning inferno, it is up to you every day to fan the flames of that fire. Okay. Number 1, successful CEOs are self-starters. Duh, right? We know this, but this seems like common sense, but it's absolutely vital. Even if a coach comes into this business with a tidal wave of support from an amazing mentor, 100% of our success or lack of success is on our shoulders. Number 2, inspired people inspire people. Successful CEOs take care of themselves first. And if you are a mom, that might be a relatively foreign concept to you, because of course your kids are huge, high priority. But as coaches, we need to be our number 1 priority. Think about how easy it is to authentically share your lifestyle when you're feeling amazing and you're pumped up. This goes beyond working out and drinking Shakeology. Implementing excellent self-care, getting enough sleep, eating well, doing personal development, being well hydrated, meditating, loving the beauty of life and sharing that with others. That is what draws people to us. If we are unorganized, scattered, squeezing things in, throwing occasional darts with hopes that we'll hit a dartboard, that shows in the storyline of our business. And it results in us feeling unsatisfied and like a failure. So as a coach, be an example of a person who is exemplifying the life-enhancing habits that you are proposing to help others cultivate. So sharing, we know this, sharing our wonderful lives every day on social media. Exemplify professionalism, consistency, confidence, and strength. If you don't feel those things, fake it until you make it. I personally would not be motivated to sign up with a half-motivated coach. What you put out into the ether is what you will attract. We want to attract people to us that are either aspiring to grow the way that we're growing, or those who already share these highly productive and important attributes. We want those people as coaches on our teams. Schedule your self-care and consider it mandatory as the CEO of your business. If you have not done so already, pull out your calendar and schedule your personal daily development, your meditation if you meditate. I use the Headspace app, www.headspace.com. I just implemented, I'm one of those people who has a hard time like sitting still and like slowing down. And that's why I love PiYo, because as a mat discipline, it's like fast paced enough for me. Like I've always struggled to like develop a yoga discipline, but I knew it was so good for me. It's the same thing with meditation. Like I always knew I should do it. And the Headspace app is not all like woo woo and ethereal and you know, over the top. It's very practical. And the man Andy who does the meditations, he has a really lovely accent. So check it out. There's a 10-day. I have a paid subscription to it. I do it every day. It has changed my life. Meditation, and this is one of the top 10 habits of successful people. So even though I feel like I'm going off on a tangent, it is really important. Meditation creates space between input and output, meaning we take in, you know, information and it allows space before we react. So I am far more patient, I'm far more relaxed, I'm far more focused, I'm far more productive, and I'm happier. And it's just because I sit quietly and meditate for 10 minutes every day. So pull out your calendar, schedule these things, schedule even your grocery shopping, your food prep, your reminder, set reminders and make it happen. Cultivate the discipline to be or to become organized, focused, and intentional. So it's okay if you're not organized, focused, and intentional right this minute, but commit to cultivating being organized, focused, and intentional. If you're not using a planner, I highly suggest that you get one. And this, oh, I don't think you can see it. The Daily Greatness Business Planner, an actionable plan. I love this. This is like my business Bible. I use this every day. And I think Megan uses this and a whole bunch of coaches on Team Rough Tough Buff are using it. But in any event, have a planner. All right. Next. Success. I always want to say sexy instead of successful. Sexy CEOs develop daily business disciplines. Okay, so determine what you need to do every day and then do it. Again, it seems like common sense, but why is it important? Daily disciplines create consistency, and consistency creates momentum. Pick a power hour and a daily routine and commit to it. And I know that some people need to break their power hours up into like 15 minutes, but even if you have to do it in 15-minute increments, grab a power hour plan that you like. You probably have one. I know for sure that Megan provides templates, but you can always adapt it you need it to flow in a different way. But make sure you have a list, a template that you follow, and then commit to following it every day. Don't start and stop. Don't do starts and stops. Pick something to share with the world and share it every day. So, like, for example, I sat down a couple of weeks ago and I took a couple of hours pulling my favorite inspirational quotes from Buddha and Darren Hardy and, you know, a multitude of other folks. And I created a document and I literally just pasted all my favorite quotes, like it had to have been at least 100 across various topics. And I went into my public page, if you have a public Facebook page, or if you use Buffer and you don't have a public Facebook page, like a follow page, you can do it on your personal page. I scheduled at 6 o'clock every single morning for the next 2 months. I scheduled an inspirational quote to be posted at 6 a.m. and it doesn't even have a photo with it. But I know now that every single morning, anybody who is aligned with me and sees my post is going to have their morning is going to start with something cool and inspirational. That's consistency. Over time, people are going to come to expect to see that from me and associate value with that. Like it makes them happy when they start their day with a positive quote. So that's just one tiny example. And I know that you guys are probably all really well versed in your social media posting habits, but sometimes it's cool to think of other ways to implement consistency in a way that's not super taxing to your schedule, right? I have a lot of notes. Pick something to share with the world and share it every day. And then obviously also picking a program and then following it and sharing it every day is great. You know, like Hammer and Chisel. I made a video every single day. Every day of that program, I made a video and I posted it. And that created consistency and momentum and conversations. So that's a fantastic thing to do. And I know it's out of some of your comfort zones, but do it anyway. because you don't have to be a perfect, super duper awesome rock star. Vulnerability and imperfection resonates with people. We want to be, we want to be real, right? So share yourself. Okay, so use the method that you want to for your power hour. But make sure that no matter what, your power hour includes inviting people. This is the thing that most people want to skip, right? So make sure that it's not all the fun stuff and the fluff, and that you do that inviting. And trust me on this one, I still, it gives me pause, but it has gotten so much easier. So if you're just starting out and you're struggling with inviting, just know that if you just do it, it's going to get easier over time. You're going to be really good at it. Okay, number 4, successful CEOs compress for success. What does that mean? This is a concept that I learned from Darren Hardy, who I'm sure a lot of you guys follow. You probably get the Darren Daily personal development in your inbox. So compressing for success means setting tight deadlines that might almost seem impossible, and then setting a timer and making it happen no matter what. So you guys do Team Phoenix, you guys do live power hours with Megan. This is an example of compressing for success. There is an assignment in a live power hour or there's lots of assignments, but each assignment has a very tight deadline. When you look at the assignment, you get that flash of, oh man, how can I pull that off? She wants me to contact 10 people in the next 10 minutes, right? But then you get to it and you're on that tight deadline, so you work quickly and efficiently. I don't know about you, but when I'm on my own, I definitely take a little bit longer to get that much accomplished in my own power hours versus live power hours. Aren't you amazed at how much you accomplish in that live power hour? It's kind of exhilarating. We need to develop that efficiency and implement it on our own, not when it is just an assignment that's being led by our upline. And I just want to say, look, I know that like when it's like, go message, 5 people, and you feel like I really want to be thoughtful, I really want to be thoughtful about my communication. Nothing wrong with that. But there's a balance between taking your sweet time and talking yourself out of things and just going for it and compressing for success. So here's another example of compressing for success. Think about when you're about to leave on like a week-long vacation. Think about how you usually have a list of like a million things to do and you have less than 24 hours to do it. Suddenly, you're capable of doing 5 loads of laundry, cleaning your whole house, going to the bank, shopping for toiletries, deciding what to pack, and packing it all within like a few hours time. But meanwhile, otherwise it would take a bazillion years, right? So when we put the pedal to the metal, we get it done when we have to, right? And who doesn't want more time for other things in our lives? Like we don't need to sit for hours and hours and hours and try to get through a list that we actually could accomplish way more quickly. So make your list, assign a time limit to each item, set a timer, and go. This is what I do for my power hour every day. I have my sections and I have my to-dos, and then I write like, I have 10 minutes to do this, 20 minutes to do this, and I set my timer on my phone. That creates a sense of urgency for me so that I don't go down a Facebook rabbit hole, or I don't get, lost doing, how it is. You're like, click here, click here, click here. Then you have no idea where you were or why you're doing what you're doing. So that's a really helpful tip for me. Assigning a time to it, setting a timer. Sometimes you need to go over, readjust it, but be focused in that way. So compressing for success can be applied to your monthly and quarterly goals too. For example, if you want to create a blog or a website, or you want to hit an income goal, you can reverse engineer that goal, determine what you need to do to make your to-do list, create a deadline, and then cut your deadline in half, because we're compressing for success. We're always, always, always more capable of doing more than we think that we are. Okay, so I know I'm talking so much. Daily, I don't know how old these comments are, but daily greatness business planner, an actionable plan. It's a yellow book. Okay, so Are you with me? Okay, here we go. Moving on. Number 5, successful CEOs leap. Avoid over learning. As I mentioned, I did not know anything about anything when I started coaching. What I did know is that I'm 100% dedicated to providing a valuable experience for my customers and my coaches. And that if I didn't have the answer to something, I knew I would be able to find it. You guys have probably heard this before, but imperfect action trumps perfect inaction. If you're passionate about helping people, that will come through to your customers and coaches. Ignorance on fire is better than passion on ice. Do not wait to get going. If you're new and you're like, well, I need to learn A, B, C, D, and I have to make sure that I have this, and this in line, and then I'll start. Don't wait. Make the leap. You have so much support. You have wall-to-wall resources. You can do this. If you're passionate about it, it's going to be good. You're going to be good. So know that this is a journey and an evolution, and that you will grow daily, especially when you're actively coaching people, when you're actively working with people. You're going to grow. So, of course, you should not be good and know everything in the very beginning. Like, I learned so much new, awesome stuff every day. So, leap, don't overlearn. Okay. Number 6, successful CEOs have a big picture philosophy. So if you are a business builder, create a 5-year plan. You hear Carl Deichler saying things like, be here a year from now. How about be here 5 years from now? I'm talking to business builders. If you have goals and aspirations beyond having your Shakeology paid for, if you want to replace and exceed your current income, if you truly want to live by design and create financial freedom by helping other people, you must remove your hand from the emergency exit and dig in. Don't try this business. Don't say, I'm going to try this for 6 months, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to be, that's it. Don't try, because your hand is on an emergency exit if you're trying. If you have an end date in sight, as soon as things get tough, you're going to pull the trap door and be out of here. And if you know that you're spending the next 5 years building your business with consistency and honestly very simple daily disciplines, your goal realistically can and should be the Millionaires Club. You are learning and developing a few simple habits, repeating them daily, and this inevitably will create success if you do these simple things every single day. So think of delayed gratification, embrace the grind, which really the grind is really just, it's the vital behaviors. That's the grind. And I'm not proposing that it's easy, but I am proposing that it's simple. Okay, it's not complicated. It's not there's no secret sauce, right? This is just like health and fitness. We must eat well and exercise every day. Well, we have the 80-20. Like, I'm all about moderation, but you know what I'm saying. We need to eat well and exercise every day. 2 small habits that over time create huge impact. And just like with health and fitness, our coaching habits are directly reflected in our business. If we start and stop, it shows. If we only work our business on the weekends, that also shows. How well would it work to skip your workouts every day and then do them all on Saturday? That would be not fun. So small daily disciplines, consistently over time. If you have goals and dreams, don't try this. Do it. So going in with an escape plan prevents you from having your whole heart in this, and your customers and your coaches will feel that. So remove your hand from the escape door, okay? All right. Number 7, successful CEOs commit to personal growth. Oh my gosh, like personal development, OMG, you hear it all the time. And the reason that you hear it all the time is because it's literally vital to our ability to succeed. How will we get better at communicating? How will we get better at developing relationships, at being great coaches without daily personal growth? Personal development is the water to our roots as coaches. We are simply not committed to being the coach our customers and our coaches deserve if we're not doing personal development every day. So I know that that might be hard to hear. Like you might be like, no, I'm really committed. I really am. And I hate personal development. Well, no, personal development is vital behavior for a reason. It's literally vital to our success. And that can be as simple as Darren Hardy's daily, Darren Daily, right? It's usually 5 minutes or less. It's always such a great way to start the day. So if you're not signed up for that, definitely sign up for that. I always look forward to that in my inbox every day. Sets a great tone. Number 8, successful CEOs lead leaders. So become a leader of leaders, not a leader of followers. So what this means is coaches should be able to see what you do and believe that they can do it too. So don't be untouchable, Empower your people to become leaders. Recruit mama ducks who lead teams of baby ducks, and then who will also be able to identify and recruit their own mama ducks, and then kick them out of the nest so that they can go forth and be amazing and build wonderful communities and do awesome things as coaches. So my success partner, Joanne, I'm not sure if she's here, but she shared this really awesome analogy with me. I really love it. And I think that it will help you as you try to identify who is a leader, who has leadership potential on your team of coaches and customers. Actually, this applies to both. So to identify those who are determined to succeed, think of your coaches and customers as balloons. To determine who the leaders are, of course, help to inflate them in the beginning and see who continues to rise. So of course, when you're inviting new coaches to come on board, you want to make sure that you're supporting them, getting started right call, making sure that you are really providing that all the information that, all the resources that they need, plugging them into the system. Okay. So blow them up, right? Those who take that on ramp and keep pushing themselves are your leaders. Those are your mama ducks or papa ducks, if there's some guys on here. So those balloons who keep falling to the ground and need to be reinflated over and over and over again, they are an energy drainer. And those people are not your leaders, or at least they're not your leaders right now. And you want to be wary of that, because your energy is very, very important. Your time is very, very important. If you're passionate, you want to make your business grow, it's a real struggle to strike a balance between supporting and enabling. Like, you don't want to enable, but you definitely want to support people who are going to take that on-ramp and just go. So if you find that you have some energy, some coaches that keep coming down and they depend on you to lift them back up again, be cognizant of that. That may not be the best use of your best investment of your energy and your time. Then, of course, when anyone is ready to be a leader, whether they've been a coach, a discount coach for 4 years, or a coach who's kind of half in for 3 years, when they're ready to be a leader, then of course, be there for them. Be there for them. Okay. Number 9, successful CEOs work from a place of passion and share their unique gifts. So I love this business because it allows us to be so creative and express our unique gifts. There may be over 400,000 Beachbody coaches, but there is only one you. And your life, your journey, your story has brought you to this place. You have these amazing tools that you can align your customers and coaches with, right? So the programs, Challenge Packs, Shakeology, these amazing programs, nutrition plans, like these amazing tools. And then the best creator of value on top of that foundation of tools is you and your unique offerings. So you might not know what your unique, special, offering, the way that you create value, you may not know what that is yet. And that's okay. This is a journey. and it takes a point to get to, where and it also can change over time. But open your mind to your passions and your uniqueness. Don't just stick to, I'm running a 21-day fix group, so is everybody else. Why do I want to join your group? Like, you are special, and you need to share that so that people want a piece of that. They want to be surrounded by that energy, right? So because we have a holistic whole life approach with Beachbody, I personally believe that we can leverage anything that is life enhancing to connect with our audience. And here's some examples. Like, let's say you're really financially savvy. You could potentially create a challenge group around the basics of fitness and food, right? Which all of our challenge groups are centered around that foundation. But you could add a daily personal development element or a small lesson or tip on developing financial disciplines. Like, you can set that theme. Like, if that's something you're good at and you're passionate about, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't want to create, like, make that your specialty. Like, you're the coach that people go to get their money in order while they also get their fitness and their nutrition in order. You can help people with, bargain shopping lists. If you're really great at organizing, you can create a challenge group around the basics and then add your daily tip or assignment surrounding organization so they come out healthier, fitter, and their house is organized. So if you're an artist, you could do a daily creative life assignment. So, like, I'm just trying to get your wheels turning about, like, the sky is the limit with what we can do with this business. It's so cool. And so don't ever think that just because there's a bazillion Beachbody coaches that you can't have a special community and you can't have tons of success. You absolutely can. What are you passionate about? You have the ability and freedom to make this your specialty or one of your specialties as a coach. All right, I'm getting close. Number 10, successful CEOs avoid the I am overwhelmed excuse. So if you listen to Coach Jimmy, you have heard this a lot. The word overwhelm is one of his pet peeves. Overwhelmed is an excuse. So just remember this. There is a phase for everything in this business. Even though there is truly so much to learn and we are ever evolving, there are only ever a few things that you need to focus on depending on where you are as a coach. This is what the leadership ladder in our back office is for. The leadership ladder tells you what your goals should be based on where you are today. Likewise, the training section has your classification as a coach and provides a complete list of to-dos and objectives. So if you ever fall down a rabbit hole and become unclear on what you should be doing or where you should be, remember to be system dependent and use the amazing tools that Beachbody provides. Overwhelmed is a choice and an excuse to unplug or to say, I'm not cut out for this. I'm overwhelmed. I can't hang. Don't do that. Okay. Number 11. Successful CEOs are excellent at everything they do. What the heck am I talking about? That sounds like way over the top. You just told me to avoid the excuse of being overwhelmed, and now you are telling me to be excellent at everything I do? Check this out. Here's a concept. It actually simplifies things for you. Being excellent at everything you do is actually a way to simplify your life and live in the moment. Hear me out. Be excellent at waking up. Be excellent at drinking your coffee. Be excellent at making your children their breakfast. Be excellent at driving yourself to work if you drive to work. Be excellent at sending an email. Be excellent at having dinner with your partner. If you are focused on being excellent at making your kids breakfast, you are probably going to be focused on this simple act of love and care, on listening to them chatting before they begin their day. If you're focused on being excellent at sending an email, you're probably not going to have 10 other distractions pulling at you at the same time. If you're excellent at it, you will be present and thoughtful, and you will probably avoid making errors. If you're being excellent at having dinner with your partner, you're going to enjoy your food and you're going to enjoy each other's company. You guys are going to connect. If you're being excellent at taking a shower, you're going to enjoy the hot water and you're going to enjoy the quiet moment to yourself. So this is something that I've been working on. I really think it's important. I really think it's important to live in the moment. And I also know firsthand with this coaching gig that, especially if you're passionate about it, you're always thinking about it. You're always like, oh, it's like on your mind a lot. And I started feeling a little burned out and like I didn't have balance. And this concept of being excellent at everything that you do has helped me kind of get that balance back into my life that I really need. Yeah, it's so cool. Try it. You when you start out, you're going to have to keep being like, be excellent. Be excellent at drinking this water. Like you have to keep reminding yourself. So you're really excellent at saying that sentence. But try it because why do we do this? Because we want to be happy, because we want to have a life by design. So we can't allow this to become overwhelming and stressful, right? So it may seem like you will lose time if you focus on being excellent at everything you do, but in reality, you'll be more productive with each task and you'll feel fulfilled in your day. You will become really good at living in the moment, which is so important. So in summary, the list is to be a successful CEO or to get in the CEO mindset, be a self-starter, take excellent care of yourself, develop daily disciplines, compress for success, leap, don't overtrain, just leap, have a big picture philosophy, commit to personal growth, lead leaders, work from a place of passion, don't use overwhelm as an excuse, and be excellent at everything you do. So what does your ideal life by design look like? If it is a team Beachbody coaching career, are you willing to take those steps? Are you willing to fall in love with the grind? Are you willing to grow and leave your comfort zone daily? Are you willing to become a person who can lift yourself up over and over again without depending on anyone else to inflate you? Are you passionate about helping people reach their own goals? Of course you are. Know this, the only way to fail at this business is to give up. Tell yourself daily, I can and I will, and you will get to where you want to be. And that is everything I have, Megan. I can't hear you.
Oops. You see me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you so much, Lisa. That was just, like, I feel like everybody will want to listen to that again. Like, I think I want to. There's so many tidbits that were so valuable. I hope you guys were taking notes. If you weren't, I mean, definitely listen to this recording. Seriously, just jam-packed with amazing content. And I mean, things I learned that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be excellent at going to state tonight, but I'm gonna be excellent. I love that because yeah, it's so easy to get caught up in, you know, you think about everything all the time. So just to be present, I love it. So I mean, there's just so much that I think I could speak on. A couple things that I really wanted to, yeah, right, Claudine, that was her PD for the day. That was so motivational. I mean, your passion is so apparent in what you do when you speak. If you do not follow Lisa on online on Facebook, I think Lisa Olive Bassett is her profile, and Lisa, is it just Lisa Olive Bassett Rough Tough Buff? Team Rough Tough Buff? Yeah, I'll type it in the comments. It's Lisa Olive Bassett Team Rough Tough Buff. Team Rough Tough Buff. Follow her on her like page. If you go to her profile, just follow her. Don't friend request if you don't. Good. Yes. Yeah. Follow her. Yes, but by the way, she's an amazing, she's a bulldog enthusiast, and so her feed is full of the cutest dogs, ridiculousness. I mean, just like ridiculous dogs that you cannot even I mean, stop it. That is just too much. His tongue just makes me crazy. I woke him up. That poor dog. He's so cute. Follow her. She's just super motivating and inspiring. But here are a few things that a few things that stood out to me that I wanted to just I love how you mentioned you have to, leap and the net will appear, not to overtrain. I think that is a trap that we often get into, is just waiting till we're ready or waiting till we're readier. But every success I feel like I've had in the business has been going for it before I had a clue what I was doing. I'm just gonna go, assuming that I'll be supported and I'll figure it out. And so I think that it has to be a habit to grow and learn and be successful, is just going for it. And
definitely.
The other thing was meditation. That's not something that I am good at. So I'm gonna definitely Headspace app. If anybody else wanted to see Headspace app, if anybody was interested, that's a Headspace app. She also mentioned Darren Hardy's Daily. Darren Hardy, you can subscribe to emails from Darren Hardy. He's amazing. If you don't already get his Success Daily, is that what? Or is it Darren Hardy Daily?
I think it's Darren Daily. DarrenDaily.com.
Darren Daily. Okay. He's great. So that was another resource she mentioned. What else? The other thing that you mentioned that I love the analogy, because it helped, I think it can help us when we fall into the trap of, keeping your hand off the escape hatch. The idea of, well, I'm just going to try this. The idea of, well, I'm gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna, that really does put you in the mindset of, there's an out here. I have an exit. I can still see my exit. It's in my view. So to just not, I'm just gonna give this 6 months a shot. This is like, I'm going for this, because you really do never move forward if you always kind of keep your eye on that exit door. So I like that analogy. It helped me. So many tidbits. Anybody have questions from what Lisa shared this evening? Feel free to chat. Lynn says she feels so lucky to have such a smart coach. Excellent information. You are very lucky, Lynn. You're so lucky.
Can I just say that Lynn is a brand new coach this month, or February, and she hit Success Club 19.
Whoa!
I know.
Congrats, Lynn.
I know, Lynn.
That's pretty.
Bright future ahead for you.
Yes, for sure. That's amazing. Does anybody have any other questions? Feel free. There is a delay, by the way, when people type in. It's from when they hear us, actually. So I'll give it a second.
While we're waiting, I will say, yeah, that concept of not trying this and like taking your hand off the exit door, I didn't know that I maybe had that in the back of my mind, but and that was a tidbit from Coach Jimmy. And as soon as I was like, oh yeah, I know that I'm like, this quitting is not an option. It changed the way I felt on a day-to-day basis. It changed the way I operated my business. So yeah, it's really important. Even though it's possible for people to have success very quickly in this business, it has become clear to me that it actually does take time. So like, it's kind of hard when we see other coaches shoot through the stratosphere really quickly, but it really is an evolution. It really is a journey, and it doesn't take that much time, in the grand scheme. 5 years to become wildly, successful is not very much time, so yeah, I think that was really helpful for me. Take the hand off the exit door.
For sure. So Coach Jimmy, for anybody who does not, I know that's something maybe some of the newer coaches aren't familiar. Coach Jimmy Hayes Nelson, if you follow him, but I think his Facebook page is Coach Jimmy. He's also really great with YouTube trainings. I love to listen to his trainings because he has a good way with words. He's got just a good stage presence. He was an actor, actually. So follow him on YouTube. He does a lot of video training and just has a knack for sharing some of the same things we talk about, but in a way that I'm like, oh, that clicks now. What was one of the things? And he's one of those who talks about how some of the most successful coaches are those who did not have upline leadership. And I've mentioned this before, and I'll speak to it now because Lisa this is something we both talked about. Lisa and I will chat about this. I sometimes wonder if I would have been as successful if I had a strong upline leadership. I feel like I was the type of person, and every personality is different. At that time in my life, I mean, I've grown tremendously since then. I was a people pleaser, a follower. I needed to be liked. I needed to be, I just didn't want to be confrontational. I like to be under the radar, wallflower. And I would wait. I was an achiever though. I liked to be successful. I worked hard, a hard worker, but I think I would have worked to the success of the leadership, what they told me to do. So, okay, Megan, it's time to hit Emerald. Okay, Megan, let's do this. Okay, Megan, here's what's next. I think I would have probably been pretty good at doing that because I am a hard worker and overachiever type. I probably would have been pretty decent, but I think because I didn't have a context of being permitted or allowed, I kind of had no concept for I just went. And I didn't have to wait for the tools to be handed to me. I didn't have that option, so I had to go out and find them. So I'm not afraid. I mean, at the time I was like, man, when I decided I wanted to start working because I was a discount coach for a long time, I thought, shoot, I really wish I had somebody who could tell me what to do because I don't know, and I'm really good at following directions. I'm really glad that I didn't now because I think that's what lit a fire to make it happen. So I try to be really cautious about not enabling my coaches to feel like they have to wait for my permission to do the next step, to take my system and make it more special. You know, like Lisa was saying, just because Megan never said I could add in my, Bible study devotionals that I'm really good at, that would be an awesome idea if you're great at that stuff, in your groups. So sure, we have systems that work, but be a thinker, not just a doer. Okay, Megan said to do this. Awesome, I can do that. Or my upline said, this is the way you do clean eating challenges. Great. We'll follow the systems to some extent, and then realize, think about it. Think about not just doing it. So I'm always cautious about not making my coaches feel like they have to have everything. I have to give them permission or give them the tools of the next step. I want you all, I hope our team feels empowered to be your own CEO and make it your dream job, make it your dream business. So yeah, I sometimes wonder if I would have launched effectively at this, I guess, and I'm sure I would have had some level of success, but I feel like it was, well, if I want this, I have to define what success feels like. So I just want you guys to be cautious about feeling like, well, if the training's not in Team Phoenix, it must not be possible. It must not be important. Do you know some coaches are crushing it on blogs and Instagram, but our team has no training on that? Because I don't do it. I don't know it. It's not something I'm good at, but it is extremely successful for those people who do it. So if that's an area that you love Instagram, go figure it out and crush Instagram. Those are the kind of things I mean, like take ownership and get after it if you feel like that's something that's tugging at you. Lisa, will you share, since no one's writing any questions, you shared, I loved we were talking earlier, she had an analogy about our dream job, having your dream job offered to you. I'll let her share it because I'm sure she'll do it much better than me.
I have it pulled up. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I wrote this. Don't worry, I'm not going to talk for another hour. This will be really quick. But so I wrote this, and it's really good, especially for new coaches. Okay, so I am busy. I am overwhelmed. I'm not good on social media. I don't have a large network. I don't know how to use photo and video applications. I don't know how to create and share documents, and I don't have a lot of time. Turn toward your dreams. So it takes looking at this opportunity as the dream career that you have hired yourself for. And as with every new job, it takes learning a new skill set. So it takes learning social media skills, technical skills, learning how to be disciplined with personal development. If you have the goal to help people, if you have the goal to create amazing success for yourself, don't look at Beachbody as the extra in your life that you don't have time for. The job that you don't like, the responsibilities that you hope to rid yourself of, those things are the extra. Turn toward what you want and move in that direction no matter what. if you want this, but you stumble on social media posts or on a technical issue or how to create a group or how to use Google Docs, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be here. It just means that this is a skill in your new job that you need to learn. If you walked into your new job, your dream job, and you were hired by somebody else to do it, your dream job with unlimited income potential, the job that you want so very much, on your first day at work, your boss asks you to go grab something, but you don't know where it is, or they ask you to do something you don't know how to do, would you turn around and walk out? Of course you wouldn't. That's the same thing in this situation. When you can't do certain things, it just means that you need to learn a new skill for your awesome dream career.
I love that. I love that analogy because it really makes sense to me. We feel like, oh gosh, I don't know how to do this. I'm probably never gonna, be good at this. But we all have strengths that we come in with, but we also have a lot of areas of growth. I don't want to call them weaknesses because it's just areas, opportunities. I think opportunities to learn. And we're always a work in progress, always. Okay, I'm not going to take up any more of the evening, and I'm sure that Lisa would be happy to answer any questions. If you have any questions that you want me to shoot her way after this call, I'll send them to me and I'll direct them to Lisa. But obviously follow her on her Facebook page and like and comment on her adorable posts with her inspirational messages and her ridiculous pups. I can't even stand how cute they are. But thank you guys for being on tonight, and thank you so much, Lisa. I swear this is one of those calls that you can re-listen to and pick up a lot of juicy tidbits. So lots of juicy tidbits. I hope you guys are all sending this link to your teams too that weren't able to make it. But have a great night. Thanks for your time, and until next time. Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye.